going on, guys? My name is Doug. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. I'm very glad that you guys decided to tune in today for this Feet of Clay Deluxe version reaction. Yeah, we got two new tracks. You know, I remember enjoying Feet of Clay, not loving it. You know, Earl Sweatshirt is a little iffy for me. He's really hit or miss. I admire his skill as a lyricist a whole lot. Really, I think he's a phenomenal lyricist. I'm just not a huge fan of the soundscapes that he uses and the production that he really chooses for his projects. So, you know, it's a little tough for me to get into, but I can definitely admire his skill and I can understand why people enjoy his music. It's definitely music that challenges you and really forces you to think outside the box in order to appreciate it. So I can enjoy that. We're gonna be jumping right into the reaction. I do just want to mention that patrons get access to full, unedited, uncut reactions on the Patreon, and the members also get access to that. So if you feel like you want to have access to that, you can become a patron for as little as $1. You also get access to my personal playlist on Spotify that I always mention in these videos. And so if you feel like you want to support the channel and go a little extra, go an extra mile or something like that, and get access to some extra cool stuff, then that'd be a really dope way for you to do that and support the channel. You can also follow my social media and subscribe, like the videos, and things like that. You know how to support people on YouTube. So with that said, and my plugs out of the way, let's see these two new tracks that Earl Sweatshirt dropped for us. The first one we're going to be listening to today is Ghost. Let's get into it.
Truancy was when I left, when I was needed most. Go loose, I learned to see the ropes.
You see me ghost, and 4 years later, know I got better. Pray I wore his blessings, honorary cloak, and sacred utilize what he spoke, and dwell on what it was, singing from my heart, below my ears a dove.
We're about halfway through, and this is kind of what I was talking about. I enjoy the sample. I think the drum pattern's really great, but it's mixed in such a way that it's so tough to understand what he's saying. The sample comes across as really loud, the drums are very understated, and his vocals are so distorted that I'm really having to focus to try and catch what he's saying. And even then, some words I literally can't understand at all. I have to use context clues and take the words around that word to try and find out what he said. And it's really tough for me to find this kind of stuff enjoyable, but it's definitely challenging. And from what I can understand that he's talking about, he's being very honest. He mentioned his father and specifically his father's guilt. And so he's talking about these things that really get to him, and they're really deep and personal. He said it took him 4 years to get better. If I recall correctly, he said something about seeing ghosts or having to deal with ghosts or kind of like demons in the closet type situation. Things like that are very deep and personal. And maybe that's why the song sounds as tormented as it does, because he's really just like ripping himself open to expose these thoughts to us. But it is a little tough to catch a lot of these lyrics, you know. So first reactions to Earl Sweatshirt are never as deep as they could be.
See before, true indeed. Go loose, I learned to see the ropes. I need a spot where I can see the coast. Nah,
You see me ghost.
Yeah, so like I said, very interesting the fact that he chooses to not only tell us about how he's feeling, but have the tracks mixing reflect how he's feeling. It really creates this feeling of like, I'm hearing what he's feeling, you know? I remember someone said that some rap songs is what depression feels like. It sounds like what depression feels like. Was it some rap songs or was it Feet of Clay? I think it was some rap songs. And I thought that was a really accurate take. It sounds like what depression feels like. And he does that, I think, pretty often, where he has the music sound how he's feeling. And I think that it's cool that he doesn't just tell us. He lets us hear just how conflicted and tormented he feels at times. But it does make it fairly tough to understand him. And so I think it's I can appreciate the art. I can appreciate the level of skill and intelligence and lyricism that really goes into his verses and his art. And although it's not the type of music that I like to come back to a whole lot, I can definitely understand why people appreciate him so much, for sure. The last track we're going to be listening to is Whole World featuring Maxo. Isn't this the one that I listened to a while ago? I believe I've heard this before. Whole World featuring Maxo. It's the one with the yellow cover art. Yeah. So I actually did a reaction to this track specifically a few months ago when it first dropped. So you can actually go and check that out. I was expecting another song on the deluxe version. That's the word I'm looking for, the deluxe version. But no, yeah, I've heard this one already. So apparently we only got one new track on the deluxe version. And I already gave my thoughts on that. So if you would like to see the whole world reaction, I'll leave it in the card up in the corner somewhere. And you can go and check that out and see my thoughts on that track. So yeah, I guess the video is over before I expected it to be. So if you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, if you want access to the uncut, unedited reactions and the playlist and some of the other benefits that the patrons get, just be sure to check out the Patreon and find out what tier works for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Until then, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.